Yo, what's good guys? Welcome back to another Death Note reaction. This will be episode 3. I'm gonna try and get straight into the episodes now because I feel like my intros are getting a bit long and they're a bit tedious because I find myself repeating myself quite a lot of the time. But a brief summary of the story: a school student called Light stumbled across this book called the Death Note. And if he writes someone's name in it with their face in mind, that person can die within minutes, and you can even describe their death of how they die. And it turns out this guy called Ryuk from up above there, I've forgotten the name of the place again. It's like not origami, but something along those lines. And he said, "Oh, I dropped my death note because I was bored." But he had a spare one. He's got a spare one, and I'm pretty sure he said that he's in charge of Light's life. And then in episode 2, there's this guy called L, who, whatever case he's been on, he's cracked it every time. And the multiple or hundreds of unexplanatory deaths with criminals has come to the attention of all these, I don't know what they are, like police and FBI or something. They're all in a big room, and then they said, "Let's get L on the case." So they got L on the case. Then they done a huge broadcast worldwide, but it wasn't. It was broadcasted in Japan. I think it was broadcasted in their hometown or in the town, and L was going to do it town by town to try and see where, what was his name? Kira, to see where Kira lives. And he done it. He basically done it. He was a fake news reporter, and Light wrote his name down with the face of the news reporter, and he died. And that's when it cut to another screen, and L's voice was like, "Oh, okay, I've tracked you down now. I know where you live, or I know like the area of where you live." And then at the end, it cut to like a split screen, and they both were like, "I am justice." So be interesting where it goes. Oh, I still don't know whether to watch it in sub or dub. I've had one person on my Patreon say to watch it in the dubbed version because apparently it's just as good. But honestly, like, I don't mind what version I watch it in. Hopefully, I'll get more of an input on my YouTube when the episodes of Death Note go out onto my YouTube. But yeah, I'll adjust my YouTube subscribers. Let me know if you'd like me to carry on watching in sub mode, or if you'd like me to switch it to dub mode, because I honestly don't mind. But I thought I'd stick with like the original. But yeah, let me know. Anyway, this is Death Note episode 3. This is called Dealings.
そして同日祝日は午前11時から深夜までかなりのばらつきがあります。非常に興味深い。
Must be a student then.
あ、お父さん帰ってきたみたい。
They do have a dad.
おかえりなさい、父さん。
Oh, fuck. This is like Breaking Bad, man. So their dad is the chief. Is he the chief?
詳しいことは言えないが、今回の事件は難しいからな。なるほど。父親が警察の人間。それがお前の自信というわけか、ライト。
Oh, that's how he gets the faces.
警察はすでに犯人は学生でないかと疑い始めているな。
This is literally like Breaking Bad. How many students are there in Japan, mate?
つまり心臓麻痺という死因を書けば、その後に死の状況、あるいは死亡時刻なども書けるわけだ。また少しリュウクを楽しませてあげられるかもね。
どうした？ 148番。しっかりしろ。
This music's sick. I'll say it every episode.
キラは警察の情報を知っているということか。これは明らかに私への挑戦。
今頃エルのやつ焦ってると思うよ。
No, mate. He's on the ball.
この人間社会で本当に信頼し合ってる人間なんてほんのわずかさ。それが警察という枠の中でも、ましてや警察と L、 信頼関係なんて最初からないに等しい。 L は警察を調べ、警察は L を調べ出す。 L を探し出すのは僕じゃない。警察が L を突き止める。そして僕が L を消す。
Fucking hell, what a plan. Why has he got his PC on the floor and that, man? You have a desk.
FBI には4日前から日本に入ってもらい、警察関係者を調べてもらっています。
必ずキラはいる。
Oh shit.
ずっとお前をつけている人間がいる。
それは邪魔だな。なるべく早く消してやるよ、リュウク。
You don't know his face though, boss.
まずはその尾行者の名前だ。それが分かれば全て処理できる。
死神は人間の寿命をもらっているからだ。
寿命をもらう？
60-40 イコール20。その人間界での20年という時間が死神の寿命にプラスされるんだ。しかしライトがデスノートに人間の名前を書いてもライトの寿命は伸びない。これが死神とデスノートを持った人間との違いだ。
So they could live forever then.
人間の顔を見るとそいつの名前と寿命が顔の上に見えるんだ。
名前と寿命？
もちろん今俺の目にはライトの名前と寿命が見えている。そして死神は自分の落としたノートを拾った人間の目を死神の目にしてやることができる。死神の目玉の値段はその人間の残りの寿命の半分だ。
残りの寿命の半分？
もう一度言うぞ。残りの寿命の半分で死神の目にできる。
そうすれば顔を見ると全ての人間の名前がわかる。
Fuck, he's not actually thinking of doing it.
どうする？ライト。
I can't believe Light was actually going to take that deal. So if he takes the Shinigami's eyes, whatever remaining lifespan he has left, it will halven. So let's say, so I'm 26. If I'm 26 and I'm dying at, I don't know, 60, that's 34 years left. And if I took the eyes, that's 17 years left. That's a long time, man. And I could be able to kill anyone I want just by looking at them. But he'd have to see L. I'm sure that's the twist there. Light would have to see L in order to see his name above him and the remainder of what he's got left. Like, he'd have to see him in person. And if he ever does see him in person, he'd have to quickly write his name down. I feel like there's something bigger than that. And the dad, Light's dad, is the chief of the police, or the chief on, like, the head of the actual case of the whole killings. This is like some Breaking Bad shit, with Walter White and Hank, his brother-in-law, as the DEA agent, looking for Heisenberg, who was Walter White. Like, this is literally it. So I wonder what the dad's going to do when he finds out that it's his own son. And I'm sure L said there's 141 officers on this case, and it listed who their family was, and it listed the dad's family, and it said that Light was a high school student, and L has a belief or theory that Kira is a high school student. Now, how many of those people in the police of the 141 How many of those would have kids who are in high school at the moment? I'd say it's very slim. And I'd say that's the reason why there's someone stalking Light. I didn't really get who it was though at the end. It showed like half their face, but I didn't really pick up on like who it was. It could be the actual identity of L's accomplice, the guy that brings the laptop in the room with the mic. It could be him, because Light was saying that the police force don't fully trust L, and L doesn't fully trust the police force. So I don't think the stalker is anyone from the police. It's going to be someone that L trusts, and it could be the guy with the laptop. Because I'm certain that the families of the 141, there's only going to be a very few families within that are going to have high school students at that time. And L was bang on as well. He said, "Oh, it's funny that as soon as I thought that Kira could be a high school student, the patterns have changed." Like, L's smart, man. Light is obviously trying to throw L off the scent. Also, I've got like a weird theory that L is Light. I don't know why. I've got such a weird theory that L and Light are the same person. Because it looks like L is in like a dark room and his PC is on the floor. His monitor is on the floor. His microphone's on the floor. It doesn't seem right. Doesn't seem like a right setup for me. But I could be way off. Plus L is the first letter of Light's name. So, you know, that could be more evidence. But I don't know. I've just got a weird feeling that Light and L are the same person. What if, if that theory is true about Light and L being the same person? No, it wouldn't be true. Okay, I was thinking, what if Light takes the Shinigami eyes, but he regrets it? Oh no, I'm talking shit. What if he regrets the decision about taking the eyes, and somehow he becomes L and wants to put a stop to his own doings by capturing him, but he's like he's almost forgotten what he looks like and what his name is, if that makes sense. I don't know, man. I could be way off with that. But that's only if Light and L are the same person. And if the dad finds out that it is his own son, is he gonna arrest him? Or is he gonna protect him? Because it was already said that the police force don't trust L. And if L comes after the chief's own son, I think the dad is gonna have something to say about that. Because I think Light even said, like, the police force have never seen L's face and don't even know his name. Like, do you really think they fully trust him? That's why they're a bit, like, iffy about bringing him onto the case. Like, he smashed every case he's been on, but I don't know, because they don't know his actual identity, they're a bit, like, cautious. I'm wondering if Light is going to take the eyes or not. It would be very beneficial to him, but that means he kind of has, like, a disregard for his own life. Like, he'll be sacrificing half of his remaining life, like, in the eyes of justice, like, pardon the pun, because he firmly believes that what he's doing is in the name of justice, killing people who are in prison or killing people who are evil. So maybe he thinks that's a good sacrifice, half of his life, to make the world a better place. But Light did say anyone that comes after him he's just gonna kill. So at what point does Light say, okay, maybe I've gone a bit too far with this? I did start off with killing prisoners and evil people, but now he just doesn't want to be caught, so it makes him an evil person a little bit. Like, he can throw justice out there all he wants. There are killers out there who say what they do is justice, and Light even says that he wants to be a god. There's a lot of killers out there who also believe that they are gods, and what they do is right. Also, I think I said it before, but the prisoners and evil people that Light is killing, he's only reading like a small brief description of what their crimes are and their face. But what if it's like, what if people are like wrongfully imprisoned, but the police documents are saying that he was involved in so and so, and Light is like, oh, he's a criminal, I'm gonna kill him, he's evil. But what if they're not? Like, what if on the off chance they're wrongfully imprisoned and they're actually innocent, or they're awaiting trial to find out if they're innocent or not? Because most people in prison, they're still awaiting trial and shit. Like, they could be innocent, but in Light's eyes, what he's doing is justice, as long as they're in prison, I guess. Maybe he thinks everyone in prison is evil, or everyone in prison is guilty, because the police report says so. I don't know. I'm going to leave it there, though. That was a really good episode. The whole eyes thing at the end kind of threw me off. I was like, whoa, like, half of his lifespan for the eyes. That's quite a good trade. But how would he know? How would he know how long he has left? Because Ryuk can't even tell him how long he has left. But Light just has to take the chance. He could have 2 years left of his own life, and he'll just get 1 year left to do everything. And Ryuk basically said that, I think he basically admitted that no matter what you do in life, you're always going to get the same lifespan. Because he said if someone's going to die at 60 years, but you write their name down at 40, the 20 years gets added to Shinigami. So that must mean when someone's born, their life is already like planned out. Like, their death is already written in the 60 years. Not necessarily written down in the death note, but it's been written. So if someone's born and they're gonna get hit by a bus at 60 years old, like, it's always gonna happen. Like, there's no avoiding it, because that's how it works. I don't know. That's what I kind of picked up on. But yeah, anyway, I am gonna stop it there. So thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed this reaction, you can watch the full reaction over on my Patreon. You can also watch the full reactions to episodes 1 and 2 of Death Note. And if you're watching this episode on YouTube, this is episode 3, then that should mean that episodes 4, 5 and 6 will be on my Patreon for you to watch in full. So if you wanted to, you can get early access to future episodes on my Patreon that are uploaded before my YouTube schedule. Also in full as well, uncut. But yeah, I'll leave that for you to decide what you want to do. And I'll see you guys for episode 4 of Death Note. Take it easy.